Gas or public transportation, y'all gotta understand gas is not $2. If it was, a lot of people would be okay. But right now, gas is about 3 in most places, right? If you don't have a car and you use a
double XP, yes, where the fuck is your double XP?
The cost of living is rising.
You don't got any fucking double XP, ass man. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Hey, let me tell you why. You want to know why, ass man? Well then, you listen up. I'm gonna tell you why, ass man.
Yesterday I talked about tariffs, right? Okay. What does that mean for if groceries is already high, you gonna make it high? I don't know, that's just very consistent. One income should be enough, but it's not. Now, I spoke a little bit the other day, but the other day I was wondering why the system is meant for you to be right now. It's not meant for you to move right. The job market in this system is not in any means, any way. When you understand that, you'll maneuver to fight for it. You'll understand why I'm saying that one income is enough. Why? Or just so right? It was never built like that, right? The company is to build the company. Do you understand me? The company that you work for is using you to build their company. Nothing you do inside there is going to build anything for yourself. Here yet. But if anyone has to show up, all right, don't fall off the boat. Why do you think people who already are knowledgeable of information charge you?
Jackpot. Who fucking are?
All right, information is key. Information is key. Now, why?
About fucking time someone dealt with
you right there of what people are doing. First of all, rent, and I'm gonna be having some breaks about it. $1,500. And that's it for that. You might have those sprinkle of people in the comments that say, my rent's only $11.
Last thing we need to combat is uncertainty.
That's cool.
But here I am again.
Let me spit right quick. Groceries is $400. That's $100 a week. Right? Okay. So $600 a week for a single person or even a family. Not everybody gets food stamps. Remember that. Okay? Gas or public transportation. Y'all gotta understand gas is not $2. If it was, a lot of people would be okay. But right now, gas is about 30. Right? Okay. You jump even further. If you don't have a car, you use a lift ticket. That's money out of your pocket every day. Okay. Another 200. Right? Another 200 for utilities. And I'm giving it grace right now. I'm giving it grace. I didn't even bring up insurance. I didn't bring up your phone bill. It all adds up very fast, bro. Right? Like student loan, credit card debt, debit cards, what else? What other credit? Credit card debt. We'll stop there. So that's not that. That's only paying $25. You already bought it, bro. You already bought it. That's half the check. Already. So when people say, or when I say that, this is why I do home, right? They say one job is. I want you to explain to me. Well, what I just said. Explain to me how one job is. Right? But this is the math that most people are doing. That's the math, right? And none of that in school. They don't teach you, right? Back in the day, your income could support your family and a household.
So Fox was in panic mode after Donald Trump held a press conference with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday, where Donald Trump said that he wanted to occupy Gaza with American forces permanently and turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East and then force out all of the Palestinians to destinations unknown, aka ethnic cleansing, which Donald Trump was saying on camera. So Fox, in panic mode, they had to cover it up, right? So bring in Sean Hannity, and Sean Hannity starts to basically say, look, he didn't really say that. He said he wanted to rebuild, destroy buildings. He didn't really say what you actually heard him say. This is actually four-dimensional chess right here. Watch pathetic Sean Hannity play this clip.
Yeah, he said, let's get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for people. Where the media is freaking out is, oh, Donald Trump's going to take over Gaza.
By the way, I'm so happy that the Midas Touch Network is currently beating Fox digital news, thanks to you. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. We're currently number one. Fox is currently number two. ABC, CBS, they are a trailing party. Anyway, I digress. So then what Fox does is they have their former host, Pete Hegseth, who has zero experience to be the Secretary of Defense, but he's now the Secretary of Defense, ostensibly in charge of the ethnic cleansing campaign in Gaza, as well as all of the other wars that Donald Trump wants to get us into. And so here's what they do on Fox. They have a segment where they like go on a helicopter safari together because it's all like cosplay with them or play this question. So utterly pathetic. By the way, did you see that press conference they held with Christy Nome, the Homeland Security Director? And she wears the different outfits. Sometimes she's cowgirl, sometimes she's ICE agent, sometimes she's park ranger. The whole thing is so bizarre. Oh, this was just in last night. The United States Postal Service is announcing a temporary suspension of international package acceptance of inbound parcels from China and Hong Kong until further notice. So you can't get products from China anymore. Great work, Trump administration. Oh, Fox did report as well that the CIA has offered buyouts to every CIA agent, every CIA employee. In other words, Trump looks like he's shutting down the CIA. Another Christmas present for Putin rich. Fox freaking out and panicking and just being overall weird. They then have Byron Donalds, MAGA Republican, who he claims the drug cartels are running the northern border in Canada. Here, play this clip.
The drug cartels have had operational control of both of our borders, Larry. This has got to change. Donald Trump promised it, and he has delivered.
You know, as Jason Kindred says, Byron Donald, it goes, Winnipeg forecast, clear, cold and windy, with a noticeable lack of the cartels. Here you have Byron Donalds, talks about Trump doing absolutely nothing vis-a-vis Canada. Let me just show you this, play this clip.
No, tariff diplomacy, quite remarkable, don't you think? All I can say, Larry, is to the American people, promises made, promises kept.
Yeah.
Donald Trump told you he was going to do everything to secure this nation, and that's what he's done. No talking points, no silly blue ribbon panels that go nowhere, no meetings that do absolutely nothing. Decisive action with results. That's what Donald Trump.
Oh, MAGA loves a good fake Donald Trump deal to stroke his ego. These people are the most pathetic people. And the people who are watching this just vile propaganda, look at real America. Like, realize that America is being laughed at by all of our enemies, and our allies hate us and are disgusted and horrified by us. But the Fox, you keep doing the the WWE America. We look stupid because of you and Hegseth and Trump and this whole maniac regime. Fox has their orders are Tom Homan on, who talks about the next troops. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because one of the things Trump wants to do is to militarily attack reasons that the Trump regime, the authoritarian Trump regime, is now calling drug cartels terrorist organizations. Because watch, in the next 180 days, they'll find some pretext and they will drop bombs in Mexico. That's what they're setting up here. It's obvious. Play the clip.
The most powerful military in the world will not be intimidated by anybody, let alone cartels.
It's not a question of if, it's what. Here's what happened. President Trump didn't change everything to put on this
Then Fox calls in Trump spokesperson one, their press secretary, Caroline Levitt, and Levitt talks about, isn't this so great for sending people to concentration camps today? The first flights are out to Guantanamo Bay. Why don't you just deport them to their countries? I mean, if you're really going to do it, I mean, I don't know what you're doing. It makes no sense. You're taking non-criminals and attacking your own supporters, like Venezuelans who were once on TPS, therefore that. Why isn't it to a concentration camp in Guantanamo Bay? Oh yeah, cruelty's the point with these people. Play this clip.
No longer going to allow America to be a dumping ground for illegal criminals from nations all over this world. And so House Republicans not just agreed to the repatriation of their own citizens, but also illegal criminals from other nations who will then be sent to their prisons. Venezuela, as well, has agreed to repatriation flights, and Colombia also agreed to cooperate with the repatriation of illegal Colombian nationals that we have found in the interior of our country. And I can also confirm that today, the first flights from the United States to Guantanamo Bay with illegal migrants are underway. And so President Trump, Pete Hegseth, and Kristi Noem are already delivering on this promise to utilize that capacity for illegal criminals who have breached our nation's immigration laws and have further committed heinous crimes against lawful American citizens here at home.
But you're probably seeing peptides everywhere in skincare, but here's the thing. Just because it says peptide on the label, doesn't California's governor, Gavin Newsom, is going to use a token to secure more disaster relief for those fire victims. Celebrity chef and restaurant owner Andrew Grill joins me now. You're a California guy. What would you like to see on this video?
I'd like to see a little pushback on Trump's part, because I think Newsom is just, the homeless guy in the corner, and everybody knows he's going to spend it on, metaphorical drugs, which really is just waste for him in California. So strings attached to the money because it needs to go to the people who need it or the areas that need it. Otherwise, it's going to get thrown into the slush fund, and he's going to use it on pet projects. Ironically, he might even use the money that Trump gives him to suit Trump. That's the crazy thing about this.
Really? If Trump gives money to California and Newsom turns that around and sues Trump, on what ground do you sue Trump?
On any ground. I mean, this is California. You got to understand, we're dealing in a totally different reality here. I mean, Governor Newsom will try and sue Trump perhaps for making him come to Washington, D.C., for making him fly on a plane. But the thing is that the problem we see over and over and over again in California is that the money goes into a general fund. Because there's a supermajority at the top, the Democrats can do anything with the money. So if you say, I'm giving you this money in order to do A, B, and C, in that, guy on the corner analogy, it's like, I'm going to give this to you for food, then you know for a fact that guy turns around and buys meth with it, right? So you know for a fact that Newsom is going to take that money, put it in a general fund, and it's going to go towards one of these crazy pet projects where a lot of his buddies are getting rich on nepotism.
The bottom line.
Now there's literally nothing happening between your ears. Nobody tells Soviet Olympic team about this stuff. I think the Walkman pus buckets are starting to get the message.
Thank you very much. Actually, it's so ridiculous. But this doesn't have to be long, it's just all about common sense. These moments are distracting the story. Men leading in women's sports. That's done. Under the Trump administration, we will defend the proud tradition of female athletes and we will not allow men to beat up, injure, and cheat our women and girls. And now women's sports will be only for women. But before going further, I'll share some very exciting news. After years of drinking, force numbers at levels that nobody has ever seen before. 4 years of this with them. And missed recruiting targets every single month. It just announced that in December, the U.S. Army had its single best recruitment from the restricted. Every single day, nearly 350 consultants enlisted to defend our nation. I've done so, and lots of interviews, and we asked why this was taking place now, and they just said there's a spirit about our country that they haven't seen in many, many years. And I happen to agree with that. But it really is clear proof that the spirit and we have a great leader in Pete, as you know. We all know Pete so well. It's really fantastic, and so many of our great heroes, and people are starting to understand what hero is all about. So that is something that is very important. We've gotten the woke lunacy out of our military. And now we're very importantly getting it out of women's services. So in recent years, the radical left has waged a whole lot of campaign to erase the very concept of sex.
It's like a symphony of ideology. Get ready for a shocking revelation, fuck faces.
Female athletes have forced them to the front lines, and men claiming to be girls have stolen more than 3,500 victories of Kalat and invaded more than 11,000 competitions designed for women. Last year, a male cyclist posing as a woman competed in the 800-mile Arizona trail race, a very big deal in cycling, and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it, huh? 5.5 hours. So, but you have to hear the weightlifting records. You think that's bad? The weightlifting's worse. In 2023, a man in women's power lifting broke 2 world records and outlifted his closest female opponent in one event by 440 pounds. And they continue to defend. They continue to defend. Record, a landslide like that, and
seen before very often. And who could forget last year's Paris Olympics where a male boxer stole the women's gold medal after brutalizing his female opponent so viciously that she had to forfeit just after 46 seconds, and she was a championship fighter. And actually they had two women, or two people that transitioned, and both of them were gold medals. But all of that ended today because the war on women's sports is over. With my action this afternoon, the school, taxpayer dollars, and others that if you let men take over women's sports teams or invade your locker rooms, you will be investigated for violations of Title IX and risk your federal funding. There will be no federal funding. And that's what effectively going to be attacked on public K-12 schools and virtually all U.S. colleges. I don't think we need that. I'm making a very quick move with an order, and I don't think we need that. I want to go on something deep before the large.
Sounds like you got my little gift.
Always happens when you do this. It's just one of those things. We have many senators here, many governors here, many state attorneys together. Everyone's here, all over the country. Yes, some of them will have to leave if they can. And they're really friends, and they're friends of women's sports. Senator Margaret, Senator Katie Britt. Katie. Mike Lee. Mike. I love his new haircut. I love that haircut. He just said the hell with it, right? I think you look great. Senator Cynthia, Luna Cynthia, hi Cynthia, doing a good job. And Roger Marshall, thank you Roger, great. Mark Wayne. I don't know what it was, 77 out of 77 counties. It's never been done. Second was Ronald Reagan, 56. Yeah. And Tommy Tucker, great coach.
Killing shouldn't be easy. Not that I'm complaining.
Said, he said, you don't want to know. He made me into a great coach. He's pretty good quarterback, right? Good guy. Also, governors, we have Governor Glenn Young, Virginia. Thank you, Jeff. Good job. Bill Lee of Tennessee. Bill, thank you.
Ready when you are, Alpha.
Jeff Landry, Louisiana. Thank you, Jeff. Kim Reynolds of Iowa. Thank you. We're trying to move, education back to the states. We're making a big move, and we're counting on Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon. And sitting next to us, the new star is born. New star. Star is born.
Learned the hard way to not overstay my welcome.
Patrick
Send that
Morrison.
filth now.
Third head anyway.
A great friend of mine, and he's really helped us at the border. Texas, great. Thank you. Jim, where are you? Jim, very good. Are you feeling good? We had our bad fall. You're doing all right. Good. Brad Little, Brad, thank you, Brad. Good job. You like education and come back to your state, remember? Top, right? You know, just so people understand the education, we're ranked very, very poorly. 38, 30, 40 countries. Just getting out of 40 out of 40. And if we move it back to the States, I will guarantee you that if you take Idaho, you take Iowa, you take any of the states that I'm looking at right now, they'll be as good as Norway, Sweden, you have Denmark. I must say you have China that's very high in the pack, which is no longer, we can say it has to be a small area. China's very big, but they do a very good job. But we'll have at least 35 of our states that will be as good or better than any of those countries, and we have to get it done. Attorney General Steve Marshall. Steve, thank you very much. Steve, wherever you may be. General Tim Griffin. Thank you. Thank you. A person who is so wonderful. Brenna Bird, where are you? Brenna Bird. Thank you. She supported me before people wanted to support me, right, Brenna? Wow. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Andrew Bailey, great job. Where's Andrew? Great stand up, Andrew. One of the great attorney generals. Thank you very much. One of the greats, really. And now we get back to our membership. Quickly, but it's a great group of people. Steve Scalise is right in front here. What a brave guy Steve is. Steve went through a lot, and he proved one thing to me, only one thing, that his wife loved him. His wife loves him because I went to the hospital that night, and he was not given even a shot, right? Not.
I mean, we've never had that.
Alpha Team, this is Chief of Security Blanchard. Are you a sight for sore eyes? I've been holed up in the mansion since yesterday trying to organize a containment response. Now that you're here, let's lock down that AO. I'll track body cams and coordinates.
Maple Leafs.
You don't carrot and stick. Stick is 5% carrot. Apparently they don't. It's good for all of us because people have been so worried about getting maples that they sold out.
Search the areas. We've got 3 Janus sites for sale missing.
Silver and 500
Your knowledge is critical to mission success.
I wonder if that's going to be enough for people to still work.
They're just delaying it 1 month, correct?
Yeah, but I think within that month.
Sunshine's the best disinfectant.
I don't.
So I let some into your skull.
And that is more fair trade between the two countries.
We're buying up the silver maples. Usually this case is pretty much full. The whole top row with maples.
In anticipation of maybe not being able to put at a reasonable price, we tried to mix it up a little bit with Australian kangaroos, South African kuboys, Great Britain Britannias, and even some Philharmonics from Austria.
Yeah, team, we didn't expect to take it.
Just walked in. What's up, Andrew? Good morning. Good to see you. We're just talking about how the tariffs didn't actually go through.
I was expecting. I think Eric got a little bit of a like serious about this stuff. We got very big into negotiations.
Jackpot.
That's positive.
I'm gonna put this thing to work.
These ones aren't they don't really tax any points.
in there.
Gary, one of the ones to ask you about was the Bank of England. They are on a 4 to 8 week delay for delivering gold. People wanted to buy gold bullion from them, and normally it's a few days to a 1 week delay. So up to 8 times longer wait. What do you think is going on there?
The fear of these tariffs has caused the European nations to start dumping their metals on the United States prior to that happening. And also, I think the demand for all these large little parts of the world that appear to me to be our neighbors, these have record prices. Oddly enough, we've never had to buy or sell.
Scary to see where it's all headed, but it's also, there's opportunity there too, so I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I think now is still a good time to be stacking. In fact, I brought in a little bit of cash today. Not a ton, but I want to get some junk silver.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we got plenty of that.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. You still got your special on Morgan dollars and P's. I'm kind of interested in this little tray over here. We talked about it in the last video. The older coins.
That was the nice one, so detailed so far.
I will say, my favorite thing about these is actually a lot of that eagle is standing in the very corner. In fact, I think that's the best eagle on any one of the coins.
Puts in a lighter than we suggested.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to pick out the barbers. Okay, because they're super old. We got 1902 and what is this, 1915. So we're going to get those. And I want to stick with the dimes. So
Better not be like Angelina's Matryoshka dolls and give me a
So
bunch of
that's
small boxes.
a couple thousand Roosevelts from 1960, Denver Midmark, all uncirculated.
I felt like this when I earned my jump wins.
Really bright. You also, believe it or not,
this is where's the purple? I'm not going to pick through the beats or anything, but I want to see how many of these I can get. Alright, so we got 60 dimes counted out here.
what's nice about what you chose is the Barber dimes and the Mercuries never came in flat, copper nickel. So if someone sees that, they don't have to look at the edge and see is it the right date or is it copper nickel. Barbers and Mercuries are
Nice. Off this stuff, and I need to have a little bit of it. Keep stacking it as much as I can.
There's something exciting about looking at circulated coins from the past. I just get kind of I don't know, just a feeling of pleasure, like from my old collecting days when I was filling holes in the Whitman folder. Just all these just bring back good memories from me.
Yeah.
And actually, we even remember spending these as a little boy.
Seriously?
3 dime got you 2 packs of baseball cards with bubble gum.
No way.
Yes.
Now, do you save the bubble gum or you chew it?
I chewed it right away.
What's the deal with these Adrian tools?
What's an omelet? I'm
One
cracking
less
lots
skull
of
spider
eggs.
to worry about.
This is on our website, so for them,
We kept calls from Europe and about Vegas card.
I want to check out this case. Normally, I don't walk over to this case in videos, but there's something different going on. We gotta go.
This is a really interesting section because despite my initial concerns, the gold backs, which are featured on the top row here, have become extremely popular. They're a great seller for us. People find them, I think, quite beautiful. Also, I think secondarily, own gold in small amounts, so that you can get something that might be that would say 1/1000. So yeah, if you hold it in your hand and you I think of particular beauty in the Florida series, artist series,
I have to say, my favorite of all is definitely the 5.
it's actually
It's a small piece of gold that you can give to somebody and start doing a lot of people are buying gold.
I wish I had one to show you. They're beautiful leather. They come in black and brown. They're absolutely perfect, made for these notes. And so if you order or buy from us from the shop, $1,000 or more, we will give you a wallet.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like this one. I should have brought one in.
By next week, we'll have the wallets here. We'll talk about that. We'll also have the large instruments of old pens. Sold out at the 25, 50, and 50. So we'll be restocked.
Walk right into it. Those idiots always do.
Well, it looks like you got all the states.
We have all the states, but not all the denominations, not till probably later in the week.
Here's to finding more efficient ways to kill shit.
Very interesting. Fullbacks. That's pretty cool.
Version, we come out with 3 new instruments. We've got that the 2 and the 1.
Yeah, I like that puncher. I wish you guys had one.
About the 100, it's a 10,000 side design. Hold this beautiful piece, and I really appreciate the art. Just a beautiful art. Just that big piece of awesomeness.
Yeah, they're pretty happy.
They're beautiful, and they're a great seller here. We appreciate being a distributor for the company.
Oh, what's that?
Too often you see something as modern as this, and then the next soapbox holder.
Wow, so why do they call this soapbox?
It looks like an old soapbox. See
The shape.
how small it is, and you see usually older classic US companies.
Just like treading in dog shit.
Just because
Dog shit we lick.
2002 Eagle, this is probably like one of the last years that
They're moving it too, but they just did a great job.
yeah, it was about 65.
Bull versus bull. No contest.
Collect slabs.
Yeah.
Obviously, with older this will at $3,000. I think you better like the coin too. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw in your case that I thought was pretty interesting was this kind of silver bar. This one right here. I have never seen a bar like this.
Nor had I. Had you seen that one before? And brought it over the counter from a customer liquidating some silver. I'm actually surprised it's still here. It's been there about 4 days. I thought, you know, the skull and crossbones kind of.
I think it's laser head. That's crazy. With the technology, I imagine we'll probably see more stuff like this, huh?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Collect the old stamps, you know.
I know, I like the stamps too, but I think the shape of this bar is very good. Oh, yeah.
It is.
I think just some mercury diamonds. Hey, sold for my silver craving for a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Extractions available in your AO.
And also with us is another great champion, William Payton McNair. High school Payton was a rock star.
Why the fuck do you guys speak with Russian accent? Not cool.
high school was a rock star athlete preparing for the future of college sports, but in one volleyball match, a much taller and stronger male spiked the ball right in her face, knocking her unconscious, partially paralyzing her right side and leaving her with a traumatic brain injury. And Peyton said it was 100% avoidable if only my rights as a female athlete had been more important than a man's feelings. And we can't let it happen, and it's not going to happen. Not going to happen to you, okay? Not going to happen. Are you okay? We're also pleased to be joined by many incredible leaders on this issue. As I mentioned before, Speaker Mike Johnson, he has been so strong in this issue. This is a man of common sense. I mean, it really is. It's common sense. Mike, thank you. Great job. Great job in everything. He's got the easiest job of any politician in history.
Need to shut down that pickleball from your mouth.
It's like 200 and almost barrels between. Depends on how many people I take from my administration. It goes up and down a little bit, but I promised I won't take any more. I just wanted to see how good he was. I was testing him. We have some great people, but he's filling them up rapidly. He had some big wins the other day, very big wins the other day. But you've done a fantastic job. Thank you very much.
This thing hits half as crazy as it looks. I'm in for a good time.
And also the dozens of some senators.
I just made it official.
30 people outside. You know, I offered offered to go to the White House.
All aboard Weaver's Death Express.
I offered this. They looked at this. I didn't hear back, and I said again and again. I said the top people, they didn't know what to do. They sort of said, this is good, but they had no idea. So I'm going to try and make the offer to myself, you know. Because we could use a bigger room. Right, Marshall? We could use a bigger room. President, would you like to build? Yeah, I would. We could use at the White House. It would actually be a beautiful addition. And it costs nothing. I'll spend the whole thing with myself. We'll do a big, beautiful room, but we could use it at the White House. You know what they do when they have a big ceremony? They put a tent. And somehow I think we've outgrown the tent stuff, right? Don't you think? We'll see if Trump will do it. The actions taken today are the latest in a sweeping effort to reclaim our culture and our laws from the radical left crusade of biological reality. On day one, I'm for the fiction, and I'm making a defense of policy of the United States government affairs. What might they be? Men and women, right? Male and female. Male and female. Can't think of others, but pretty amazing. And you send in federal funds to any program that promotes transgender ideology using taxpayer funds. And last week I effectively banned chemical castration and surgical mutilation of minor children.
I feel like my old self again, instead of just
Can you believe I even have to say it? Back then, governor, and then it's just like, who would ever think we have to even say that? Last week I came. Every day we're ending the extremism of the last 4 years. We have other things that are just as important, not having to do with the subject. Open borders where people are allowed to pour in from all over the world, from jails and prisons and mental institutions and famous people that are very sick, people that are very evil, killers, murderers. Many of them murdered another young person. And just of it. They made it easy. And at some point, we have to look at your coming up because we think it's happened to us. So we are restoring sanity and common sense very simply to our government. We are defending the American people, including great female athletes. What athletes you are.
Word of warning, there may be some collateral damage. Hey, shitbags! How does that light up your afterlife?
And I'm not going to say this politically, but they're really beautiful people. These are beautiful people. But you know, like everything else, it's a little bit different today. You're not allowed to say that because you both are grown, girl beautiful. That's the end of your career. But let's take a chance on it, Mike. So I want to thank everybody for being here. It's fantastic. And it's sort of a big day. It shouldn't have even been necessary to take place. It started a long time ago, and we ended it today. And I'm going to sign the executive order right now, and everything I said will go into effect immediately, okay?
Suspending expo for now.
Heard about them? Out there, we're a big problem. What a nice picture this is, huh? You ready?
Max ammo.
Big time. Pretty good, huh?
Ray said that thinning a herd is good for the planet. And argue science. You fuckheads like my plasma death ball?
Administration has been incredibly vocal. So I try not to complain, but this is ridiculous. This for $116 gets you Canada.
Probably watched one of the channel maybe how expensive it is at a supposedly relatively inexpensive grocery chain called the Superstore here in my city and probably across all of Canada, and it's not getting better than there's all these other taxes being implemented. Grocery prices are insane.
Just check my
Buy
service
them
record.
because they're again at any time soon. In fact, they're actually going up more, just at a slower rate. It was recently noted that the inflation rate is only now at 1.8% here in Canada. People will say that the CPI number, which is the cost of goods, it's kind of like cherry picking. Actually, it's very political. It's funny how this is very political. But, to not drive in panic and try to not necessarily gaslight, purposely don't gaslight people. It doesn't like take into account sometimes things like gas prices, home prices, and some items of food that are very popular as well. So we put like random things into the basket and say, hey, 1.8%, that's all it is. When people who go to the grocery store at least every week or so can see the prices going up themselves, and they know when they're being gaslit, they know when they're seeing inflation, and it's happening more often here in Canada. With that being said, I've compiled a bunch of videos for grocery issues that we went through in Canada. Big grocery inflation like this.
$45 in States.
This is yep, that is pretty insane. $45. I will say that is particularly really expensive lately. So if you are somebody like legit, might be time to cut a little bit of that red meat, but I know that can be obviously real pressure because I'm eating here. I come here because I like steak. Steak is my favorite thing to eat, and I do prefer a nice burger over maybe, I guess, a piece of fish or something like that. I do like fish too. They eat all. I'm not discriminating when it comes to meat, but it definitely is affecting red meat. I feel like but obviously chicken prices are price. But let me know if you have noticed recently your grocery store meat related issue that's going up. Your red meat store, your store, price discrepancies, this. Again, the section check this out. Prices are over $7 for a dozen eggs. Just come through. $7 for, I remember eggs being less than $3 all day. Sometimes it was like just 5 years ago. So to see that more than triple in price is definitely not good. I'm to be honest. They don't put all the sauce being chips in the bag.
Okay, so I know it's normal to not put that to leave some space for air, but what? It's not even filled up halfway. It's in a brand new unopened bag up on the border. Chip. On the border. So, you're at the grocery store next time, do not buy the border. And this is why they think they're cute. They think they're smart because they have their little logo covering from halfway up. But look, it's not even filled up that high at all.
I don't know what it is about chips, but I feel like some of the most egregious forms of shrinkflation are definitely with chips. I mean, even when I was a kid, I still remember chips being was like you get like 30% of the bag being just A, kind of making the bag seem bigger than it actually is. But I feel like that percentage is getting higher and higher. Also, another thing, if you're going to the grocery store and you notice something that's around the price, and then you want to sample something, just like look like, is that stealing or is that you trying to make sure that you want to spend crazy dollars? But there's really like food markets, flea markets, and stuff like that where they sell a lot of fresh fruits and groceries and farmers. That's the word. A lot of places they will let you kind of test and sample how you actually buy it. This is the choice here. Going around sampling great covers, see whether or not you want it and buy it. So, what are your thoughts? Are you on the side of the regular?
Why are you eating the grapes if you're not going to buy them? I wouldn't buy a pack of grapes for a price that they're charging for them unless I know those grapes are sweet. And if they don't want me to try them, they can rot on the shelf. And I'm not bullshitting you, Bill. I'm stealing. No, that's not. I wouldn't. That's stealing. You don't know what stealing is. Stealing is when I go down for a pack of grapes and it's $17. They're stealing it right out of my wallet. And then I get it home and it tastes like a sour patch. One of those Sour Patch candies. I don't want that. I want sweet grapes. And if they can't afford for me to taste their grapes with the amount that I spend on their grapes, then I won't buy any grapes at all. They won't be grapeless. I don't think that's funny. When you get home and you bring produce home like that, the nice fruit, and you have yourself all excited that you're going to have your nice big snack at night, and then you take your first bite. Nobody wants that. Come on, David. I want sweet if I'm going to eat. That's my treat. Go ahead,
You get away with the machinery. Explosiveness. Nobody wants to see Dave sharp the fruit. Who the hell gives two shits? Let them shop for their own food. You're giving me one of them. This can go get you some produce. And don't be worried about what I like. Maybe you like sour grapes. Go ahead and enjoy your sour grapes. But Dave's testing the grapes.
Let me know your thoughts. I thought that was a pretty funny video in general. And yeah, it is true. Grocery prices going up that much, and you can't even. Sometimes there's rules why now there isn't any places apart from Costco where they kind of let you sample certain item that is actually just an aisle, right? Something that they're making, crop products like that, cheese, even try some chips. But it's true kind of maybe I should have more sampling out of the grocery store so you can get a better station stuff. That is $70 for everything.
Well, I try not to complain, but this is ridiculous. This is $116. This is all I want. I want one bag of chips, one loaf of bread, baby snacks, extra sandwiches, and just chicken, sausage, turkey, cheap, 2 things and 3 cans of pasta sauce. All of that for $116.
Wow. Yeah, baby formula in general is ridiculously expensive, so I'm gonna figure that out when the baby arrives for us. It's gonna be expensive, so I expect a lot of trips like that as well at the grocery store. This is another video I found of someone doing a pretty epic rant about just grocery prices in general. It's getting unbearable for a lot of people.
So it's really starting to settle in that no matter if you go to the grocery store or eat out, it's the same damn price. One could almost argue that it might be cheaper to eat out certain places than it is now to buy the groceries to cook for yourself. You've heard me say before that we spend our money on food. It is obviously a non-negotiable. You need it, and so in our house,